Hello there, wargame enthusiasts. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Epic Liberation Final. Those words in a different order. Um, I just watched the last videos and I'm sorry I'm rambling in there and I'm also repeating myself and it's great. I'm not gonna stop. I'm tired, like I said. Really tired. So, yeah, low quality video will continue, but I am still going to play, I think, one more battle. So let's take Commander Holt and Commander Zhukov, no relation, into this here, whatever it's called, spaceport. There we go. That's our commissar unit. We're going to put the commissar in the Rhino. This is our Rhino. It's an APC of the Space Marine kind. Don't know why the commissar is riding in that, but he is. Here's some Mordian heavy infantry. Mordian is a planet. Heavy infantry is, well, heavy infantry. They have heavy weapons, which could be used to our advantage against enemy tanks to a certain degree. Enemy war buggies, stuff like that, are basically pretty vulnerable to those, although it's not perfect. We're going to put all of those units in those APCs, and we're going to have a sort of armored assault thing going on. The other type of infantry you've got is these tacticals, which is basically just bog standard infantry with last guns and nothing else really. Okay. Well, I'm missing one armored transporter. There we go.
Commissar.
Yeah, so we're going to pack them in. We've also got thud guns. Like I said, I think before, field artillery of the light variety. Not great. Very slow moving. If we can set it up correctly, it can be of some help, but mostly it's going to be preoccupied in just going forward most of the battle. So, like, oh yeah, and we've got bombards. Bombards great at toppling buildings. Hopefully we will use them in this battle to that extent very well. Alrighty then. So we're going to take this route along here. We're going to sort of try and set up our infantry over here, and then we're going to try and whittle down the enemy forces on the field itself. And when we can then go back into our transporters and move forward rapidly and take both objectives, or at least one objective. But this is going to be a slog more than anything else. We're just going to try and not lose units. That's the main objective here. The battle itself is not super difficult, as long as you're careful. Which I'm not, so yeah. Okay then. Let's take this here, let's take this here. I don't remember what I put in them, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, looks about right. All set up neatly. So, you guys, move forward.
Commissar.
Yeah, there's a spot here from which they cannot move across these flood guns, so we're going to have to change directions of some of them. For now, let's just move forward. Really hate that guns. They really never do anything for me. So, not a big fan, but it's a unit, and right now we haven't got much to choose from in the way of units. We haven't got the resources to get our own really. We need to take care of some lands before. And these Chimera transporters, pretty flimsy, only good against infantry, very crappy range. Actually, I'll show you a picture. So they look kind of fun and impressive, but really they're nothing to write home about. The multi-laser is pretty crap, range 20 is not great. They're also green, which means they're not hitting anything without help and a map. The bombards, also green. Bombards are amongst my favorite units. can't really use them for anything right now, though. Oh, there we go. We can topple those buildings, just to show you how. If we hit. Come on, building. You don't want to stand there. Come on! There we go. We can do that. If there's infantry inside, it's usually bad news for them. So I want to take a couple of shots at those things. Don't know where the enemy is, but I guess a building is as good a bet as any. Nope. It's not like I have to care about ammunition though. Ah, there we go. There's some bad moons, as opposed to the evil suns, you see. Like I said, back in those days, I mean, they still have bad moons and evil suns and stuff like that, but back in those days, all the sort of units were had a bit more of a sense of humor to them, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Not so any longer, I think. Warhammer 40k is trying to be a little more serious. Yeah. Like, say, Space Marines. I mean, that's a silly thing in itself for people to call themselves, but so they have these founding chapter. I mean, they have chapters like knights, and the chapters have their founders, which are like sort of heroic figures. And I always remember one of them was now named what was called Lion L. Johnson. Which, you know, if you lived in the 80s, you might be familiar with a gentleman called Lionel Johnson and his various musical adventures. So yeah, a huge pun on the name, and it's inserted in the lore, and right now it's probably still in the lore, but nobody remembers that it's a pun. And they certainly don't call attention to it, I think. Oh, there we go. Nice bombard shot to the war buggy. Sorry, am I rambling again? I am sincerely sorry. Like I said, I'm tired, and that makes me ramble. Just speak without stopping. Anyway, we have 555, they have 460, we're doing fine, but I think we're losing ours more than they're losing theirs, because we don't have any points taken. And they have. So far so good. Okay. Right. Let's try disembark.
Commissar.
That's our Mordian heavies, by the way. This is it already. Yeah, there we go. Let's try firing at those buggers. So we're definitely in charge of an infantry force. Bloody hell, Captain. Yeah, definitely an infantry force. Those armored transporters aren't worth a whole lot, like I said, so I have to be careful how we use them. Certainly don't want the enemy to get too close. They can't take fire from infantry or anything. All they are is fast. Well, relatively fast. So I kind of use them like this. I disembark infantry, I move the infantry forward bit by bit, and I use the chimeras for close support. And that's my Imperial Guard's tactic for Epic. Don't know if it's any good, don't know if anyone has a better one. I certainly never played this with a light opponent, which would be interesting, I think. I say never. I think I played once when we were kids or something, but yeah, certainly never sort of seriously. Go, go, go. go. In a sort of semi-crescent panzer queue formation. There we go! Buggy destroyed. And one unit here, and we're done. And these tacticals, they don't have the range, but they do prevent the enemy from closing, which is fine for me. Let's get the Rhino out there. Rhino is holding the commissar. As much as anything, as long as the commissar survives, that's fine. He's not going to be very useful as the commissar. Beautiful picture. Very old school Warhammer 40k picture. Funky hat, epaulettes, mass pistol, sword. Huge book of rules. Yeah, no armor, close assault very good, but range 10. Range 8 bolters, okay. Oh yeah, that's the Rhino, that's the APC. I wanted this, yeah. Heavy weapons have range 28, which is pretty good. Commissar has range 10, which is useless. Thud guns move forward. One day. The thud guns have a range of 28, just like the heavy infantry. So they do take quite a while to get into position. Super slow, clunky. Yeah, but there's... Anyway, let's keep on firing at the war buggies. The bombards much less accurate than other types of artillery, I think. Because chances 25% here, chances 27% here, so not a lot. Apparently enough though. And you fire enough shots, something will stick, right? So you're expected to hit like maybe once per turn, and that's basically what that translates to. With 3 of them. And the enemy's turn now. The Bad Moons, they do have lore. I think they're supposed to be sort of brainy, magic-y type of orcs, like mad boys doing weird magic stuff. With lots of exploding and unintentional consequences to it. The evil sons we were fighting earlier, they're supposed to be sort of speed freaks with lots of armored equipment, war buggies, their thing, definitely. Everything painted red. The bad ones you saw painted all sorts of garish colors, but not red. Yellow and blue, I think. Yeah. And we're the Mordians. The Mordians are these sort of straight-laced, conservative, militaristic sort of humans, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. The Mordian Iron Guard. I think it's a hive world, which means it's a huge city with a large population, criminals and all that sort of stuff. And these guys are basically, it's former police force, I believe. I don't know, I could be making some of this stuff up. It's been years. Whoa, something exploded. It's been years since I played any Warhammer stuff, so... That's not strictly true. I played Chaos Gate the other day. Couldn't record it though. Because I think it didn't like my processor. The fact that it's modern times and processors have more than one core. But whatever. This game has much better music, which is all that counts. Boom. Come on. Yeah, so this game can get quite repetitive, and that's why I'm playing it when I'm tired. It's basically all about figuring out what to shoot at, and then moving slowly and carefully forward, and then whittling down the enemy forces without losing your own. If we don't lose anything, I'm going to be happy. If we lose some stuff, I'd rather not. I'd rather we didn't. Still out of range for tacticals. Is a Mordian captain a tactical squad? No, it's like a close assault squad. Okay. These guys moved. This fired. These guys... Ah, you can fire. There we go. So they have anti-infantry weapons that are slightly longer range than infantry weapons, I suppose. Not great though, and not very accurate. Especially with green troops. And out of range now. Okay. Next turn! My ear is itchy if you want to know. So, there we go. Hope you didn't hear that. Warpos Scroll, turn 4. Feels like it's been more turns than 4, but apparently it's not. Somebody's firing at us, which is not great. We die like, oh crap. Leave the chimeras alone. Fire at the infantry. So the paradox is that infantry can take quite a few more shots than a chimera can, because chimera, one sort of bad move and it blows up. Infantry though, 5 guys. So you can take a couple of shots, maybe not 5, but certainly a couple of.
Sir. Commissar.
Okay, let's move a bit forward before we start shooting. Shit, that's a war buggy firing at us, that's not dangerous. And this will also waste the enemy's ability to fire at our advancing chimeras, which is great. Okay. Good 2. No move. You can't fire at anybody, great. Why do I even keep you guys? God damn it. Well, okay. I was trying to sort of maximize the amount of troops I can fire at, but nobody can really fire at anything. Okay, move you up and fire. 30% chance, pretty high for a bombard. Did at least go. 30% chance of that. 30% chance again. Well, kind of. Yeah, can fire still. You go here. You go here. There's a problem with this battlefield because there's a bunch of little tiny buildings on the airfield that you wouldn't even notice normally, but they do obstruct, so I don't think you can fire through this. I know for a fact you can fire through this, which is probably why nobody can fire on there. Okay, yeah, so you have to get around that. You just have bolters. Great. No units lost yet, still winning. An advantage of 80 points, fine by me. We can slog this out with our infantry. I didn't fire with any of our infantry, which means you get to do that. We're going to fire on Overwatch. There we go. 1 infantry unit dead, 1 for 1. They have slightly better anti-infantry weapons, especially than our. These guys need to withdraw fast. So.
Commissar.
So heavy weapon squads, not great against infantry, pretty good against light armored targets. Our tacticals are actually quite a little better, but they have crappy range, so they can't shoot for shit right now. Neither can our chimeras. Oh, you're supposed to go back here. Get that guy out of here. You can take the place of that chimera. Chimeras have movement 16, which means we can get them down to 8. Okay, let's just start maybe working on that infantry. Okay, there we go. There we go, pretty good. I have low expectations though. Can you fire at... Yes, you can. Ish. No, could you... What? Yeah, you can fire that war buggy, which is a better use of your abilities.
Commissar.
Yeah. There we go. War buggy ahoy. 25% chance, but we've got quite a lot of them. Nah. Hit twice, nothing happened.
Sir.
There we go. This buggy then. There we go. It's doing a good job. Okay, well. Let's fire someone close by then. Yes, our tacticals are in range. They're much better at taking out infantry, like I said before. Let's try and move them a little closer. There we go.
Commissar.
There we go. We've got to inflict constant stream of casualties on them. Otherwise, they'll be a little too effective for us.
Commissar.
Can you? Yes, you can fire. That's the thud gun firing. Makes a pretty sound. Does a little.
Sir.
Diddly squad.
Sir.
Okay then. Yeah, nothing.
Commissar.
Oh goodness, the thud gun had like weird rules in second edition. Had this weird sort of way of firing where it would fire, the shot would land, and then you would see where the like sort of next salvo landed immediately afterwards. Kind of weird. So imagine if you take a circle and everything that's under a circle that when you fire is hit. So the thud gun had a very much smaller circle, but it had like 5 of them. So you placed one down, and then you roll a die to see where the next one would hit, like at what angle, and then you would place another circle and stuff like that. Very weird, very crazy. Which kind of describes that old edition of Warhammer 40k, I guess. Very weird, very crazy, somewhat complicated, not always practical. Some people loved it though. I think I like 3rd edition, but shit! Yeah, there we go. That's what happens to chimeras under infantry fire, which never made sense to me. Sir. I mean, there we go. They're APCs, right? Their sole purpose is keeping infantry safe from infantry fire. But these guys just die like crazy, and then all the infantry inside dies as well, which is really stupid. So you can't actually use them in combat. Like for combat purposes. And I don't understand why. Alright. There we go. We've got a good firing position though. Though we lost an Chimera.
Sir. Sir.
We can still lay down quite a lot of fire using our TAC teams and our heavy teams and everything, so it's no problem. And the Chimeras are not the most effective tank. Not the most effective unit in the world anyway. So expensive though, and we're going to have to buy it back. So we need them to operate this this force. We're doing. Oh, I probably do. Fire! Fire! One day you'll hit, and that'll be a great day. There we go. It's like you're listening. Okay. Thud gun, move up, fire. Yeah. At least you can fire though. So maybe one day you'll hit something. They're vaguely effective against armored units as well, but not very. You can actually tell their effectiveness. Their penetration is 40, which is not great. Not great.
Commissar.
Okay, and these guys don't have line of sight or something. Did I use my bombards this turn? I don't remember. We're still ahead by 75 points, which is pretty good. We lost that Chimera, which cost us some points. Yeah, we didn't use our bombards, so bombards are not going to fire at random, which is good. Yes.
Commissar.
Okay, didn't lose anything this turn. Again, good news. We're losing our edge though. We gotta keep moving. If we continue the slog, basically, we're going to find ourselves losing points too fast. Because right now we are 225 for there. What is it? Sorry, we're 250 for their 225, which not great. So we're going to move all our infantry up a little bit. We're going to load this guy up. We're going to load this guy up. Forward. Load this guy up. The advantage of this is when we're on a road, we can move pretty fast, but not fast enough yet. I think next turn we're going to make a move though, not this turn.
Commissar.
I was thinking this turn, charge ahead, take that objective, but we're just out of range of it. Unless we do something slightly more crazy. No, we're probably out of range of that too.
Commissar.
Because we could just maybe try to dump some infantry over here and try to take care of some of the enemy units, but I don't think that's gonna work. Too far away too. Those chimeras will not survive when they fire back. Okay, let's put this a little bit further ahead. Yeah, let's do this. Transporting 2 units back there. Oh, this guy can't move anywhere, can he? Okay, but this Chimera can fire. Hit something. I think we're doing pretty good in the sense that the enemy is probably a little worse for wear right now and can't really fire back, so let's hope that is true actually. Thud guns, fire at something. Casualty by a thud gun, well done. 250 to 175 in points. Oh my goodness, 2 casualties in 1 turn by 2 thud guns. This one can fire. Good, fire! Something, kill something. You failed me. You. I guess they do better on roads as well. Alright. You just hide in the forest. Okay, they're routed. So you should be able to just go in there and snatch those victory points now. I don't think they've got many more units left right now. Probably see all of them actually. Yeah. There's 1 unit I think that's moving, and that's it. Let's try to bombard the hell out of that one. And there we go. And start moving up. basically snatch that objective, move infantry close enough to do something to become a little more dangerous, I suppose, in the upcoming turns, and maybe we can track the commissar in as well. Alrighty then. You don't have any infantry on board.
Commissar.
Sir.
Commissar.
Have some infantry.
Sir.
Don't lose it. Okay. Disembark. Disembark.
Sir.
Fire at something.
Commissar.
You too. Fire at something. Okay then.
Sir.
Commissar.
Guys get in.
Sir.
You guys get
Sir.
in. You move back here. One more further. Disembark. Disembark.
Sir.
So far we've only lost one Chimera, which is pretty good. I mean,
Commissar.
I would have preferred to lose no Chimeras, but 2 is fine. Okay, let's try for something a little risky. Let's disembark those
Commissar.
tacticals. There we go. A little closer and they're a little more effective. Got 1 unit. Maybe we can
Commissar.
do this. Get him up close to the enemy. Right in the grill. Disembark all of them.
Commissar.
Oh, Captain can do something. Captain
Sir.
can be pretty effective on short ranges, but just getting him there is
Sir.
pretty annoying. Fire at something. God damn it. Stupid dot gun.
Sir.
Go.
Sir.
Go.
Commissar.
Yeah. Probably not useful anymore.
Commissar.
Let's see now. You up close and personal. Disembark so that you don't die with your what's it? Rhino. You can go pick up that infantry squad.
Commissar.
Infantry squad can get picked
Commissar.
up. You can stay right there. And move out. Ding.
Commissar.
I can fire at something. Good job. Okay then. These we fired. Okay. They've got 100. We've got 200. We're fine basically. That was the sound of my glasses if you heard that. Being... Shit! Crap!
Commissar.
Okay, 2 Chimeras is not great.
Commissar.
Go fuck yourself. There we go.
Sir. Sir.
Nice to fuck.
Sir.
Commissar.
I'm feeling adventurous. Let's not be too adventurous though. Just plop a captain over there.
Sir. Sir.
Commissar.
Just take out the remainder of the units.
Commissar.
I'm honestly not feeling it anymore. Just
Sir.
bloody... Basically a fluke, like...
Commissar.
Sir.
Stupid infantry squad just,
Commissar.
just out of nowhere, take 1 shot, The bloody Chimera. Chimera instantly dies.
Commissar.
God damn it. Anyway, I've got both objectives, you'll be fine. I think that's the only infantry unit as well now. Clear that off. 140 to 50, and that's certainly going our way. Oh well. They're running. They're dead.
Sir.
That's it. Yeah, we got a new regiment. Oh, that's what they're called, regiments. So new regiment containing some tanks, some chimeras, some more infantry, and a different type of artillery. These two guys lost one chimera each, which isn't great, but isn't too bad. Hello, commissar.
Lord Commander,
Yes, hello.
the recapturing of the spaceport at Kotzlev is complete.
Yes, I know, I've
Troops
been there.
from the Ravager fleet now join the campaign.
Yes, I've read it on the screen.
I await your further direction.
Very well. I need some tea. Could you get on top of that, sir? Anyway, I'll save the game here, and I'll be back with the next battle, probably in the morning, because it's like 2 AM. Good night.